All right, fight fans, we have UFC 273 tomorrow, and UFC Strike has its first ever fight-related challenge. This is where things start to get interesting and strategy really starts to come into play. I'll tell you how I completed mine, how you can complete yours, and earn your free UFC 273 Fight of the Night NFT. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric and I'm fired up to bring you this video on UFC Strike because this is where things really start to get interesting. We have our first ever fight related challenge, and now it's more important than ever to understand the market dynamics so that you put yourself in the best position to make money rather than get burned on something like this. One of the things that I did was sold 6 Ian Garys that I had stacked up in my collection in order to fund part of the Series 1 contender set. We'll get into the details in just a second, but before we do, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll do my very best to deliver straight value on every single video so that you can stay up to date on UFC Strike and build the best and most profitable collection possible. Really appreciate the support. Now let's zoom in. First things first, I'm going to go over this in about 30 seconds. It is super easy. This is the requirements for the challenge and when you need to complete it by. It is the first ever fight-related challenge. We've already seen a spend-based challenge for Izzy Adesanya where you had to spend $500 on the marketplace, but this one is completely different, and what you have in your collection actually matters. In order to complete this, the deadline is on Tuesday, April 12th. 11 a.m. Pacific time. Make sure that you look at what your local time is. For me, it's 11 a.m. Pacific time here in Los Angeles. Before that deadline, what you need to have in your collection, you don't need to do anything special aside from own these moments in your collection. You need at least one moment from each Ian Gary, Julio Arce, and Khamzat Chimaev. In addition to that, you need to own at least 25 Series 1 contender moments of different athletes, or 3 Series 1 challenger or fandom of different athletes. The fandom could be the Izzy, or any Series 0 or Series 1 champion moment. That's the legendary ones. As long as you have those in your collection by the deadline on Tuesday, April 12th, you will receive an NFT airdrop to you by the end of the month, and it will be from the fight of the night. The winner of the fight of the night, you'll get an NFT from UFC 273. Really cool that they're doing this style of challenge this early in the game. I'm definitely surprised to see it so early, but I'm not complaining about it. Now, there's a little other note here that says if there are 2 fights of the night, then they'll put it in the Discord for people to vote on. So if there's 2 fights of the night, then there's some opportunity to cast your vote on which NFT that you actually want. And the limit to this is 1 per collector. So you can't do this multiple times and get multiple NFTs. It's 1 per collector. That was the blog article, and here's where you can find it specifically. There's some new tabs up here if you haven't noticed already. There's a packs tab now, there's a marketplace tab. If you hit activity, you can see all your buy and sell activity that you've had so far. A little bit easier than going into your Dapper wallet, which I think is a nice upgrade. Here's the blog, and there's also a challenges tab. So let's tap into that tab right now. And here you have it, basically everything that I already said, with a nice little graphic on this page. It gives you all the steps to win. You need to own an Ian Gary, Julio Arce, Khamzat Chimaev. And then the options right here, as you can see, there's or, right? We already went over those. 25 contender from Series 1, 3 challenger or fandom from Series 1, or any champion moment. And then you claim your prize. The prize, they say, will be delivered at the end of the month. There's 30 days in April. So sometime between April 12th and April 30th, you'll have that airdrop to you in your collection. Now we're going to talk about market dynamics and how much it costs to complete this thing right now. The market dynamics are extremely important. For those of you who haven't been involved with other NFT projects from Dapper Labs that have challenges like NBA Top Shot specifically, it changes the market quite a bit, right? It puts a lot of demand on a single moment for a specific period of time, which causes the price of that to jump. And then at the end of the challenge, the price falls back down, usually lower than what the original cost is. So we'll talk about that just a little bit here. But first of all, the Khamzat, is going for 62 bucks right now. That's the most expensive piece of the puzzle. Arce is at 7. I think Gary is at 13. So call that 62 plus 7 plus 13, 82 bucks for the first part of the challenge. Now, in addition to that, part 2, I decided to go with the whole entire Series 1 contender set. I've already gotten 2 airdropped packs as a benefit for holding the Series 0 contender set. So I want to make sure that I have my Series 0 contender set intact, as well as I'm holding the Series 1 contender set intact forever as well. The cost to complete that entire set for me was $187 right here, because I got 1 pack for 50 bucks. So I averaged it out right here, as you can see, then 2 free packs. I got a double on Alvarez, which I will sell. I was able to pick up Khabib before the surge for $47. And then the rest of them I finished off today for, there's a bunch of them around the $4 to $5 range. They're probably going to climb from the $5 to $6 range. A couple of them I got at 6, and then 2 of them I got for a little bit more than that, 10 bucks and 15 bucks. If we scroll up here, you can see that I also sold 6 Ian Garys for $13 each, when after that 5% fee, it comes out to $12.35. And you might ask, like, why am I selling these if I'm already down on them? I bought these as part of the Izzy challenge, right? So I already got rewarded the Izzy that's going for about $280 on the marketplace right now. So I'm only losing a little bit of money on these. But the reason why I'm selling them off anyways and not stacking these Garys right now is because right now is the most demand that they'll have for the next, certain amount of time, right? These things are going to fall back lower than $13 or $14 after the challenge is done and they're not needed anymore. So if I wanted to go buy them again and stack them back up and just replace all of them, then I would be able to do that at a lower cost. And that's just what the strategy kind of comes into place on challenges like this. So another good thing to note is that if you want to buy one of these specifically, and I would say if you want to buy one of the main ones right here, if you want to buy Ian Garys, if you want to buy Julio Arce's or the Chimaevs, wait until after the challenge, and those are going to take a nice little dip on the marketplace, because once people get their reward from the fight of the night, they're not going to need those specifically for anything anymore. So they're going to look to claw back some of the money that they had put into it, and you might get a nice and sweet deal on that. All right, there you have it, everybody. I hope that was super helpful for you. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button and liking this video. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the fight tomorrow. Let me know down in the comments section if this was helpful, or if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out on other social medias as well. The links are in the description of the video. I'll talk to you on the next one. Have a great day.